Okay, I'm gonna try to articulate this as fast and as best as I can. Um, been a lot of thoughts to the point I don't know what's going on, but I felt like I didn't want to do anything. Like I had everything set up to edit episode 7, and I did not want to do it because I need to edit so I can put the preview in for 6. So 6 is already done. Um, it's been a lot. At the same time, it's not the first time I felt like this overwhelming boredness, and it's not with what I'm doing. It's something else. There's something going on. But I had someone, I don't know why with people coming out of the dungeon all of a sudden, past people that was talking to me about their situation. And I was thinking about this in the shower. Because I was watching something on YouTube and it just clicked kind of and not, and I got a little bit frustrated. Um, Apparently, this person was already in a previous relationship they're no longer in and had a child with, and now they're in a different relationship. And I wanted to say, yeah, I shouldn't have been in either of those relationships, but you can't learn unless you are in the lessons yourself, unless you're taught physically why you're in these predicaments and these problems keep popping up for you. So the second one, I was like, oh, okay. Then they told me they had a baby. I said, like a baby? And it was like, yeah. So I'm thinking, not, I don't think it's like a baby, but like it could maybe be almost a year or something. I don't know. I didn't ask because I was not expecting that. And they're telling me that the same person that they're with is doing the same thing that the first person they was with. And I'm like, you endured that for that long with the first person, and now you're going to accept it with the second person. And I was like, why would you do that? Like, we got different things that happen, but as somebody that you're speaking to that have went through something as a teenager, almost something similar, like, why would you do that? Completely different stuff that happened, but I'm just saying, like, I was asking myself, why am I doing this? And I freed myself. And then, but like, why for that long? Your child is almost in middle school, the first one. You was for that long? And then now you're telling me with the baby? And I'm pretty sure there were red flags for both. And red flags could mean they were nice to you at first, or you saw something that was wrong and you just chose not to. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna say it for like anybody that going through stuff that they don't want to be in. You don't have to be in it. You literally don't. I had to do the same exact thing. You don't have to be in it. And the fact that I found the courage that I already had to just not do that anymore, I'm not doing that. Mine's just happened really early. I can't imagine you go home to somebody you don't know if she's hot or cold, like she's fucking Katy Perry. She this way and that way. You don't know, and you're telling me most of the time that the person's mean to you and they put their hands on you. That means even before the baby was there, she was already doing some shit. And did you not catch it? Did you just say whatever? Did you just like, oh, maybe just one time? Once it's one time is no time because you already been with somebody that did that. So that should have been your, yeah, I gotta go. But now you have a baby, and unfortunately, people with children. And I told him this, because you're a boy, and they'll say they don't do this with girls. They'll sit there and play you out, and then guys tend to get other girls, the cheap knockoff brand version. Once they open up their mouth, you see just how cheap they are. Of the girl that they broke up with, did dirty to. Then they want to show you in your face who they got, right? And you got kids. You can have kids and not have kids. And then you look at them, you're like, man, she got some futures that kind of look like mine. She kind of look like me. You pick the same type of people. You just pick the same type of person a different way. Shouldn't have gotten to a relationship. This is for anybody. Don't. If you are still trying to deal with the situation and you're healing from the first shit, don't get with anybody. I don't like, it's like a reoccurring theme. Stop doing that. And it's going to be harder. And I told him this, it's going to be harder because you have a child again. This child is a baby. Girls be acting weird with when guys don't want them, because they'll sit there, give you food, give you love, and I'm pretty sure all she wanted was to open up her legs anyway, and she got exactly what you gave her. Now you stuck with a child. Now, because you're stuck with a child, don't mean you're stuck with that person. But in your head, something tells you, let me try to work it out. No, stop working it out. You're not Beyonce. This is not Austin Powers. You're not working it out. Stop it. Stop working it out. This ain't Fifth Harmony. We're not working it out. Stop it. Stop. Because from your first lesson, you should have already known it was a no-go. It was not happening. And I told him this. I said, now you got a child. Now that person going to think like you got to stay with them forever. And then they're going to do some petty shit and try to do something to you with that child. I got a message, but I'm not sure what that is. I'm trying to make this fast. Like, and it's hard coming from me. I know it took time. It's hard to get yourself out of that. Let me make sure that's what that was. Yeah, it was a message. Let me try to hurry up. Our notification could be from the camera system. I know it's gonna be hard, but you make it harder than what it already is. And I'm saying it from my perspective. From I have went through something that I thought I just couldn't get out of. This is for me. I'm not any just random person. I'm just saying for me. Okay. I already talked to that person. We already went through our situation. This person is like, how many times? Because let's just say this, and I was thinking in the shower. You did what you did, and I immediately knew why they went through it, and it's fucked up. But universe got a special way of showing people. All right, kind of fuck somebody over. So let me just show you what can happen if it was you in a different way, or a different person. And I'm just saying that because it's like you're picking the same type of people but different. This is what I'm talking, this is what I mean by people, girls and guys, that they get out of somewhere, right? They never want that person again, but you end up picking a different person, but they do almost the same exact stuff that happened in a different relationship. He just did it in a different way. And it was like one thing he said, and I knew, I was like, hold on, you kind of sound like somebody. And being so young, I did not know in my early 20s, but now I know. I'm like, yeah, now I know why we're not together. That was an instant red flag. It was like a low warning, and I was like, hold up. Interesting. You probably already owed the universe what you owed them. God, whoever, source, whatever, however you want to call it. You already went through something, and it probably was to teach you a lesson, unfortunately. You already learned your lesson, but now they're like, okay, let's put a different person in your path. The person probably was the same type of nice, did it in a different way. Only difference is a different person. How long are you going to allow yourself to keep being with this person and keep being unhappy? Because you said it yourself. I didn't say it. You know that you're unhappy. You already know. It's like you said you're just waiting. Waiting for what? You're almost 40. Why are you still waiting? Stop waiting. Don't wait on the other person to decide they don't want to put their hands on you and talk shit about you. Then they're doing it in front of your child. Children can pick up on that, but children can also pick up on unhappiness, and you keep choosing that. You can't be happy for your child if you can't be happy yourself. Then there's another thing I thought of if I was in the shower. It just came to me. Two things are going to happen. That child's going to treat you like that mother's cheating you. If you don't hurry up and do something, get out of that altogether. And it's not talking to her because it's not working. So stop doing that. And she's gonna think that you're a weak man, and then she's gonna pick men like that's either gonna treat her like stuff, or they're gonna treat her the same way, and she ain't gonna like it. Or your child is gonna be afraid to be in a relationship because she sees what her mom does to her dad, and her dad and mom just argue all the time. Who the fuck want to be in a relationship when you think if you get in a relationship, it's gonna look like that? I wouldn't. That would just make you feel like, well, I can't say me, but anybody else, because I just grew up different. Um, who wants to be around that? Who wants to? I seen that in my house, so I gotta live like that with somebody else, and that's just an interesting way of thinking. But I get it because you're human. So either your child is gonna think you're weak and treat you like shit and treat other people like shit, or they're gonna get treated like that way because they think it's okay, or your child is going to not want to be in any type of relationship and just feel bad for you and keep saying, Dad, it's okay, you can leave, go. Why do you keep putting up with mom? Why she keep hitting you? Why she keep saying horrible things? It's not true. Why do you keep putting up with it? Who wants to do that? And it's a shame because it's a whole bunch of people that go through that. But it was on my mind to just say that because it's a whole lot of people that needs to hear that. And because I went through something similar with two different people, two different like two I have two different perspectives, and I already went through that younger, got that shit out the way. I wish I've never went through that, but it is what it is because now I know I just start a lot of shit I ain't putting up with no more. But you have the choice. You have a choice. You really do. Like, don't make yourself unhappy that you can't even take care of your child because children can see that. They're gonna grow up and like, why you look so miserable? You really don't like mom. All she does is talk shit about you. Or she's gonna be the other way and be like, yeah, you are trash, bitch. Put her think it's okay to put her hands on other people and you. No. Eliminate that now while the baby is young. Eliminate that shit now. Do it now. Because psychologically, by the time they turn 3, it's already done deal. Unless you sit there and take that child somewhere else in a different part of the world and change their whole perspective on how to treat people. But like you got until they're 3, until they're wired, and then that's it. I don't know what to tell you. Like this is somebody that's seen stuff for years. I've been doing this since 2019. Compared to the early times of me doing daycare now, oh, I don't know what the fuck these kids gonna do. But you ain't got to be a part of that. Neither does your child. Long as you take care of your child and you got the receipts to show that, because she seems like the type of person that's gonna. And it's a whole bunch of them that do that. That make it harder for other women out there, and then they do that shit too. Do what you gotta do. That was the screen's going off, but I gotta hurry up and go because I gotta go work tomorrow. Like I'm sitting here trying to figure out stuff, but like what I need to do. Like I've been looking at different jobs since Friday. Like I'm just being honest because I know I don't want to be there at all. Um, that I need to put my reality and my freedom to combine them at once and combine them as a whole and figure out what to do. And I understand that I don't have the help. I really don't. Like I'm sitting here asking the universe, God, spirits to just give me what am I in the right path? What do I need to do? Because I don't know. But you sitting there telling me this stuff is like you figure it out before it figures you out. You're gonna get tired and you might do the wrong thing, or she's gonna hit you too hard or say something that's too bad that's not you can't come back from. You don't ever have to put up with that. Ever. That's not why God put you on this planet. Put you on a planet so you can be happy. Your parents gave birth to you. She did not. So she don't own any right to you. She don't have the right to hit you. She don't have the right to call you names. And I'm going to tell you right this, and you don't want to hear it. For people that got going through this, they can pick and choose whatever day they decide they want to be nice to you. Are you going to sit around and wait to see how long they're going to be nice? How many days it's going to take for them to keep being nice? Saying it from experience. Who the fuck want to do that? I don't. That is repetitive abuse. I'm not doing that. I don't verbal, actual hitting, physically, mentally, spiritually. It wears on you. But you have a baby, so you can't afford to be wear down by anybody. I don't care if that's the mother of your child. You can't afford that. You have to take care of yourself because who's going to take care of that child, especially when she's acting crazy? So you got to do better for yourself, and that's how I'm going to keep it. And that's for anybody. I don't care how you feel, care if you get mad. I'm just saying it from my own perspective of what I personally went through and the ways that I had to sit there and be like, how long I'm gonna keep doing this? It's stupid. So anybody that's sitting there going through something that's similar, I know it's hard. You think I don't know? That was years. I know. And mine's I'm not even going to really get to it because mine is so different that I had to think about why when I was talking to him. And then we realized why, but at least I was able to talk about it. At least he was able to figure out what was going on. A lot of y'all might not get that chance. It might have cut after I said stop, but if it did, it's time for me to go to bed anyway because it's exactly 1 o'clock. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. And there's some stuff at work that's going on, like the fact that you asked me what room I want to go to, even though I really don't want to be in any room because there's no room that I want to go to because I'm just done with daycare altogether. Um, and I've done every age group. You asked me this twice. You talked to the teacher, apparently I guess it's last week now. She told you what she wanted, and you did the opposite. Once again, like that's a loss of trust, which I didn't have much of it anyway. I didn't have any of it. There was zero expectations because I know how daycares are. But seeing how I've been to a daycare where they do nothing but change the assistants around, I'm sorry, they put them in places they never asked to be when they get hired. When you put it with on Indeed or whatever you put it at, you ask them, you tell them this is what we got available, and this is what they pick. And then they go to the interview and you say, man, you would be great for this. Now I'm asking you where I'd be great at, and this is what I'm telling you where I want to be at. And I said no to the pre-K advance because it's not really, it's pre-K. Just like your kinder wasn't really kinder because they still had to do kindergarten again. So they like basically wasted their time because they don't mean anything. It doesn't give them credit to anything. So they're not going to first grade, they're going to kindergarten. And if anybody can do pre-K advanced, those two teachers in pre-K can do it because I've seen them do advanced stuff for their kids. So like I don't know, but once again, somebody else tell me they come in from lunch and they're getting told that they get to be in the class that I asked to be. You talked to me in a meeting June 9th, asking me, was I going to go back with that lady? You said yes. And I said yes, and I said yeah. Asked about some jalapeno ranch and all this other stuff. And then she talked to you a few days ago before I'm making this right now, a few days ago, I get told that she already spoke to them and said what she wanted. Once again, making sure that I was going to be there, and y'all told her yes. And then the next day, the assistant that's the lifeguard in the room that I'm in now, because the teacher broke their foot and she's on a lifeguard, and I've been in that room since June 9th because you didn't want to hire anybody outside. You wanted somebody that you can do inside. That's great. You praised me. I'm happy that parents are happy. That's wonderful. Like they should get what they paid for. But you are not giving me what I asked, what you talked to me in the meeting for. And this is where I'm at. Like, again, like it was last year. Somebody else is telling me something because you couldn't look me in my eye and tell me. And then that person that was going to be in the room that told me ended up not being there. She became a gym teacher. And then now she quit. She quit a few months ago with a whole bunch of people. Like, don't ask if you're not going to do it. And it's so funny because a few days that same week, the teacher that I'm supposed to be with, that I just don't really care because she just doesn't do anything. It is what it is. Like I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat shit. They know it too because they told me in the director told me about in the meeting as well. Said it in a different way, but about me being I'm supposed to be being there at the beginning of August. Technically, it's supposed to be the end of July, going back and forth. Which I don't understand why I'm doing that when you got somebody in that room until the end of summer. So I don't get that concept at all, but whatever. And I said, you know how this place is. They never say what they're really going to do. 2 days later, that same week. No, 1 day later, that same week. And she's excited, and I'm glad that she's excited. But I know they put you in that room and keep you away from the other teacher on purpose. That and it's a teachable moment for you. And they're putting me in that room because who else they're going to get to go in there that could do curriculum stuff and that will keep it clean, which they said all them things. I'm not sitting here allegedly. I'm not saying apparently. This is all the things they said. Well, she said. Like, once again, it's the stuff I felt when I was younger and still now. I'm telling you something and you still, this is from family too. I'm telling you something and you don't care. My opinion. You ask You tell me one thing and you do the other thing. That's the same thing as a fucking relationship. You talking to the person. You tell them clearly exactly what you want. And they're clearly doing the opposite of what the I'm just tired of talking about it. I'm tired of talking about that place. I'm tired of repeating the same things. I'm just tired. I'm tired of saying the same things over and over when you just don't care because you gotta feed your bottom line. But so do I. And I have to keep my sanity because you're not making an hour drive every day and going back and being so tired and can't figure out why you're exhausted. You're exhausted. This is the most naps I've ever taken. And I don't think it's just because of this job. I think something's going on that I can't figure out. And I don't think it's like health wise. I think it's something spiritually, and I just don't know. And my naps are taking naps, and my those naps are taking naps. Like it's a lot that I'm going through. That I'm tired of pushing to the side. Like, no, I need to push you to the side. There's some things that I need to talk to with a person at this moment. Because he said something, and I was just sitting here like, there's no point in me talking. And then the thing with this person, and I'm like, how long you just gonna keep being unhappy? Stop, put you first. It's okay. Because I'm doing it, I'm trying to do it for myself. I'm so used to just here you go. I got nothing but here. Now it's like, okay, now what about me? And now I feel like I'm stuck and I don't have to be stuck. But like the fact that I'm telling you something and you still do something otherwise is like you hurried up and got that person. Didn't even say, hey, let's talk to Courtney first. You immediately told her that. Like, what? Like, you hurried up and blocked it. And I told her, I said, yo, I already knew three things was going to happen. Then you talked about lead. I'm retired from that. I don't ever want to be lead in any type of teaching, education, anything ever again. I'm good. There's other ways to teach. It ain't that. And I don't want to do that. So I'm good. I'm okay. I'm teaching. I'm a teachable moment right here. It's teachable, teaching you shit that y'all probably did not know. Teach you those that do know and y'all afraid to do it and just give you that nudge. I'm not doing that. Like, how many times if I'm gonna keep using my voice when I decide, you know what, I'm gonna say something, tell you what I want, do it, and then you still do the opposite of what I'm telling you, and you see the stuff that I'm doing because you acknowledge it. You hear this from parents. That's great. I'm not taking away that the gratitude that they feel that their kids are going to learn something and that you can see the difference. What about my return? Even though I don't want to be there, at least respect my wishes. Y'all don't know this, but y'all about to find out real soon. Like, I'm tired of putting myself on the back burner for everybody. I'm tired of putting me last. What about me? That's that unhappy shit. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I know what I'm talking about. Not like I don't know. I know. That's that everybody else go first. What about you? No. Push by. Fuck the line. I got the easy pass apparently because y'all just don't care. It's really tiring. I'm so like I was talking to the ex, so I'm gonna say, and he could, and every time I'm on the phone, he could instantly tell that something's wrong. And he said some stuff, and I was like, yeah, you already know, because he called again out of nowhere after no type of communication, and I was like, oh, I thought she was never gonna call, but okay, um, which is fine, like it's whatever. But he knew, you could tell, and it's like I don't want to confide in a bunch of people, but it's not like I got people to talk to about. So this is why I made my own space about this. If I'm gonna have my own space, why not vlog about it? That way people can feel like they're not the only ones, because you're not. Like, I'm not talking about this out my ass and giving you information that don't make sense. Like, I'm telling you, as somebody that has experienced this shit since she was a child, hiding it from people, hiding all that pain and shit. Why do I got to keep doing that now? I'm in my 30s. My birthday this just passed. You are more an adult than you are a child born into this world. So like I have to give up my whole my child, like my whole everything that's a child in me. Gotta give that up too. No, I don't want to. Like everything else seemed like it was taken. Now I'm taking shit back. No, but like respect my wishes. If I'm telling you, and I really don't say much, but if I'm telling you something, I'm actually speaking, and you do the opposite, and it's like it's already been blocked that shit because we want her somewhere else because you think it's gonna be great. That's great, but I don't care. Like the shit I gotta do now in that class, I don't care about the lesson plans because they suck. I don't care about. I just wanted your kids to know how to grip a pencil, how to write their name, know how to recognize the letters in their name, how to add and subtract, understand there's certain ways to say certain things, how to trace, how to just certain things in pre-K. Sit the fuck down correctly. I get it. Who wants to be trapped in a chair all day? But we have human society rules, okay? Not the unspoken ones, the ones that are spoken of. I get it. But like, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying this stuff just to be saying it. I'm saying it because I understand it. You don't have to keep being unhappy. I'm trying to do that. And I have to keep telling myself that. So if I'm telling myself that, I'm telling you for a fucking reason. Like, I'm not just saying it out of nowhere. I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. You think I'm going to keep hearing myself saying that? No, it's annoying. But I have to keep saying it so I can do something about it. Because who wants to be stuck? That's not comfortable. That's not a good comfortable. That's a bad comfortable. That's the kind where you feel like you're trapped and you have nowhere to go and you feel like you can't breathe. I have felt that. I'm feeling it sometimes here and there with this place. You want to feel like you can't breathe? Like everywhere you go, you don't know what's going to happen. Like you already know the scenario. You already know that person's going to be an asshole. So just accept it. No, fuck you. I don't want to do that. It's stupid. I'm going to go to bed now. I gotta get ready to wake up in the morning because they changed my hours for this temporary lead with temporary pay and lead pay like I'm supposed to get. But I already knew that. Like I said, there's no, you can't give me expectations on shit that I already know. I've done this before. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to fuck the bed. But for real, y'all pick yourselves because who the fuck else is going to pick you? Well, I guess unless you got really good family members and friends. But even then, you still need to pick yourself. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.